Welcome back to the Wealthy Cowboy Show. Today, I want to talk about something that's been huge for me, and it's getting to be a big thing for everybody, really, for going into this digital world. But that's building a brand that people trust. People don't buy from businesses; they buy from brands that they trust. They buy from people that they trust. And there's a couple different ways of going about this. We could go with the business brand level. You think of Nike, you think of Apple, you think of Tesla, any of those major brands that Coca-Cola that have a huge recognition around them. You know the ins and outs. You probably know a decent amount about the company, but also there's the personal brand level that I focus on a lot, and you can do that within a bigger brand. You work for one of those companies, work for a big brand, or you own the company. But people also want to know about you. And information is so accessible now, and it's so easy to create content. Like just turning the camera on yourself. Just sitting down for a few minutes and writing every day, putting your thoughts out there, letting people get to know you. Used to, you'd have to meet these people in person, or you didn't even know. Like they were so foreign, like you were never going to meet or know anything about the biggest CEOs or the biggest stars or whatever, because we're so disconnected. But now we're super connected. But one thing is, now that we have going into the AI world and the AI times, that there's going to be more and more automation, less and less personal experience, right? So I think it's super huge to build your personal brand, and I help people with that. Like if you want help with I've coached people, mentored people, consulted people, whatever you want to call it, on building their personal brand or building their business brand, because I've studied it a lot. I work on it myself daily. So I would say I know a lot about it. I've spent a lot of money on it. So if you need help with that, you can reach out to me on Facebook or Instagram. But it's pretty simple, right? It just comes down to putting yourself out there, being vulnerable, doing things like this, talking to people. You're basically talking to people without being in the room with them or sitting there talking on the phone to them. You're actually just putting yourself out there and letting them consume it. And that develops a sense of trust. And trust equals currency. It converts better than any of your ads or your gimmicks or promotions, anything like that. A lot of the sales I've made have been because of me, just because people trusted me. And that's the thing, is to develop yourself into a person that when you present an opportunity, that people know it's a good opportunity just because you're presenting it, not because of what the opportunity actually is. But that comes from years and years of only presenting good opportunities, right? And putting yourself out there and building that trust. I'm going to give you 3 core trust builders that I've found. Consistency is a big one. You're putting the same message out there, the same tone, the same values every time. It's just being you over and over and over and over and over throughout all of these different types of creating content, through all the shows you've been on, the interviews you've done, whatever it is, you're putting the same stuff out there. You look at my page, it's very consistent of entrepreneurship and business owners and money and finance, living a better life, family stuff. It really, like, I tie most of my stuff back towards Ty Lopez calls it the 5 pillars of the good life. It's health, wealth, love, and happiness, or the 4 pillars of the good life: health, wealth, love, and happiness. So all my stuff is, I find, is pretty tied to that. Freedom goes in one of those categories, but it's all tied to that over and over and over. So if you go follow any of my pages on any platform on here, whatever, it's going to be, you're going to get that every time. I'm not going to come at you with some bullshit lifestyle podcast or something trending or anything like that, unless I develop something new in the future. I mean, who knows? But it's all going to be centered around living a better life, making more money, living a better life, having a better family life, living longer with health and wellness and all that stuff. So it's very consistent. Authenticity, say what you mean and mean what you say. I'm very authentic because that's the content that I consume every day. That's what I consume myself with every day. That's all I want to talk about. Of course, with some ranching and cowboy stuff thrown in there, but I'm very authentic. Like, I'm just going to show you my life. I'm not putting on a facade for anybody. I'm not acting or anything like that. I don't follow trends. I want to get as many views as possible and reach as many people as possible, but I'm not going to go through some bullshit fake stuff to do that. I'm going to put myself out there and then do it hopefully in a good enough way that the right people come to me. Value over time. So show up before you sell. This is what I try to do with my content also, is like, I want you to be able to listen to the podcast or watch some of my content that I put out, and some of my content that I put out for free. And I hope that you go make some money with it, or it betters your life in some way with that free content. All you had to do is pay with your time, pay with your attention to consume it. And then probably the next step, what I've realized through the people that I follow, is you get so much free stuff that you're like, when they come out with the program that interests you, you're like, yes, I think that I will get way more value than I have to pay for that out of this program, because I'm super interested in it, and this person has brought me value for free already that I didn't have to pay for. So doing those things, being consistent, authentic, and providing value to the world are going to build a lot of trust. So you think about mistakes that kill trust, just the inverse of that, right? Not being consistent in your content, just posting random stuff. I mean, and it doesn't even have to be inconsistent on timing, but it's inconsistent on what it's related to. So I see this a lot with people who go viral. They'll post some type of trending current event or something like that, and it'll go viral, and they'll get a huge amount of following, or get a huge amount of views off that one thing, and then nothing happens after that because the rest of their content is not related to it. People came to follow you because of this one piece that they saw, and then they find out that the rest of your content's not like that, so they unfollow you, or they just don't pay attention to your content anymore. So being consistent is going to draw the audience that you want to be associated with. Over-promising and under-delivering, that's not good in any aspect of life, but if you build something up and then under-deliver on it, of course, that's going to break trust. Being a copycat, not a leader. Copycatting is fine to some degree. If somebody's built out something that's authentic to you, that you really relate to, and then you can take it and make it your own. They've already been successful in it. I mean, I'm all for following a mentor or somebody like that that's already had success in that field. But you don't want to just directly copy, just to copy, and then you don't relate to it. I mean, it's got to be authentic to you, like we talked about. Authenticity is going to be huge on building trust. Storytelling, back to how to build trust. Storytelling is huge. I have to work on this a lot, of learning how to tell stories. And I think about all the people in my life that I've met that are, you call them charismatic or fun to be around or whatever, and they're big bullshitters is what we always call them. But they're always telling a story and get really good at telling stories. Like, you're captivated the whole time. And then you're around people that suck at telling stories, and you're like, what are you even talking about? Where's this story going? Like, what? Don't understand. So getting good at storytelling is huge. Sharing behind the scenes, like what your everyday life is like. What does it look like? People are very interested in that a lot. I think the faceless content, AI content and stuff is very big right now, and you can make money and go viral and all that stuff with that. But showing your face and your voice and your values, it just comes back down to that authenticity and really being true to who you are. But I think you've got to show your face. You've got to show behind the scenes. It's got to be your voice and portraying your values and principles. So building a brand, I mean, you're building a personal brand, building a brand online, social media brand. You're really just building a reputation. You're able to just amplify it through these platforms, through the social media platforms and the internet. You're just able to amplify it, but you're just building a reputation, and you have to treat it that way. So you want to be consistent, you want to be authentic, you want to provide value to the world. And in the end, that's going to increase your value to the world, which is going to increase your net worth. You know, it's going to increase the value in your pocket. So if you want help doing that for your personal use or for your business, learning on personal branding, social media, stuff like that, just like I said, reach out to me, Facebook, Instagram, and we'll see what we can do. But get out there and build your brand. We'll see y'all next time. As a business owner, you know Google reviews can make or break you. The problem, happy customers don't always speak up, and the few bad ones can drag you down fast. That's why we built Review Wizard, a free tool that makes getting 5-star reviews simple. Just post a QR code in your business. Customers can scan it, and in seconds, they leave you a review. But that's just the start. Review Wizard helps you respond to customers automatically, share reviews straight to social media, and even add them to your website to build instant trust. Every new review boosts your Google SEO ranking, making it easier for new customers to find you online. And if you want to take it to the next level, our AI upgrade can filter out the bad reviews before they hit your page and engage with your customers so you don't lose them. That means more good reviews, less damage control, and stronger relationships. The best part, the base version is completely free. No catch. Just click the link below and start turning your happy customers into your best marketing team today.